Hey there folks, Tower Tech here. Before we get into today's video, can I just say a great big thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Genuinely, it's a pleasure to have all of you here. Today we're doing a bit of a desk setup tour. It's the beginning of 2018 and it's all about New Year's resolutions. So as I think about what I plan for this channel, I'd like to use this moment in time as a bit of a milestone to mark out the setup as it stands today. I'm very fortunate that I've got two computers in one room. That's not just because I'm greedy. My partner and I both use these. We're both gamers, and both of these setups really are centered around two things. One is productivity. So you're going to see in these setups lots of high core counts, lots of threads for things like video editing, video rendering, etc. And also for streaming games. Now, it's not really often that I get an opportunity to play games, but when I do, it's nice to stream that stuff and share that content with you guys. So starting with my main rig, all of this sits on a kitchen worktop. It's the Carlby from IKEA. It's highly recommended. One of the things that I get asked really often is, do I get any sag in the middle of the countertop? The answer is not really. It's got a very slight bow if you look really hard for it. It actually hasn't got any worse over time. There's plenty of things you can do in terms of brackets, etc. to reinforce that. But actually, I do think you need to look quite hard for it, and it's not something that particularly concerns me. That Carlby unit is sat on top of two Alex drawers, which gives me plenty of storage space. On to the main event. I've got a custom water-cooled loop within the Case Labs SMA A8. This build is absolutely inspired by Jay's 2 Cents Skunksworks build. Make absolutely no shame about admitting that. Again, all centered around productivity. So I've got a Threadripper 1950X in this build, sitting on the Asus Zenith Extreme, and I've got two GTX 1080s in SLI, all sitting at very nice cool temperatures. The monitor is an X34 Predator. I love these widescreen monitors. There's loads of tech tubers that are using these days. They're great for content creation. You can fit loads on the screen. And actually, it's pretty good for streaming as well. I'm fortunate enough with my 16 cores and 32 threads that I can actually play games and stream off of the same machine. So with that ultra wide resolution of 3440 by 1440, that allows me to play a game at 2560 by 1440 and have all of my extra panels, OBS, etc., and my chat window open on the side, all on one monitor. Makes it really simple and straightforward to do. I've got a headphone hanger from Corsair. This is an RGB headphone hanger. Does an awful lot more than that, if I'm honest. It also doubles as a virtual 7.1 surround sound driver. Doubled up with my Audio-Technica M50Xs, it gives great clarity and audio in games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and that can be the edge, the difference between life or death in a game like that. For my speakers, I've got the Audio Engine A5 Plus. Fantastic. You have not heard great sounding computer speakers until you've used these. They're sat on some dampening foam that stops the vibration going down through my desk, and the clarity is exceptional. My microphone is the Blue Yeti. I'm probably looking to swap that out in the near future, but I have to say, for an all-in-one microphone that's a USB direct connection, it's pretty good audio quality, and it's difficult, unless you really listen for it, to hear the difference in quality between much more expensive units using things like XLR cables, etc. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and I've got a nice variety of various little model ships. And you can see there at the back of my desk, I've got a Philips Hue Strip Plus, which is all controllable via the Amazon Echo Dot voice controller I've got sat on the desk as well. In terms of my keyboard and mouse, I've got the Corsair K70 and I've got the Corsair Glaive mouse. These are really fantastic, really ergonomic and really simple to use. Be nice to have a few more buttons on the mouse, but comfort was an absolute pressing priority given the amount of time that I actually spend editing and playing games on this PC. Over to my second rig, again, very lucky to have a high core count, high thread count. We've got a Ryzen 1700 that we've got overclocked to 4 gigahertz. For those that have been subscribers for a while, yes, we've managed to finally get that up to 4 gigahertz using the load line calibration stuff that I did in my last video. More of that in future content to come. A fully water-cooled loop, again, keeping those temperatures down and the noise really, really silent. Fantastic keyboard and mouse from Corsair yet again. Yes, I'm a bit of a Corsair fanboy, sue me. We've got the Corsair, what is that? We've got the K65 in terms of a mouse from Corsair. Again, with a Corsair RGB keyboard with silent mechanical switches in it, which are really great for streaming. Slightly better audio setup in terms of the microphone in this build. So I've got the Audio-Technica 2030 connected via an XLR input to a mixing deck. That really produces sensational quality. If I'm honest, I'm seriously considering moving it onto the other build. So let me have your thoughts about that down in the comments. Extended mouse pad from Corsair again, as I've got on the main build. And the monitor I've got on this particular build, it's a little bit older. It's a really nice Dell monitor. It was quite expensive back in the day. This is fantastic for editing videos because it's color calibrated out of the box. Gives a nice flat neutral tone so that when you're editing the colors on your videos and photographs, you're getting something that's really reflective of what other people are going to see. I've got a couple of great webcams on both of these PCs. So on the main build, I've got the Logitech Brio, fantastic little webcam, does 4K, 30 frames per second, and will do 1080p at 60 frames per second. And on the Ryzen build, I've got the illustrious C290, C390, one of those. Very popular mouse from Logitech. Again, it does 1080p. So as you can see, guys, there's a quick setup tour. Let's use that as a moment in time. Suffice it to say, there are some changes coming in 2018. I hope you're really well wherever in the world you are. Please like and share this video. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not, so you don't miss all the great content to come. And I'll see you in my next one.